Tunes advance. And lastly, we have the number 8 seeded Jetsons taking on the number 3 seeded Flintstones. And the Flintstones move on to the Final Four. So, that's right. Oh, boy. These are matchups made in heaven. If you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, you're like, what the hell is he talking about? We actually did a field of 64 bracket, kind of like in honor of this time of the year with the NCAA tournament, basketball tournament, and the 64 teams that they do. So we did the same thing with cartoons. We had 64 cartoons that we started out with, and now we're down to the Final Four. So your Final Four matchups are the number 1 seeded Fat Albert taking on the number 5 seeded Tom and Jerry. Yes, sir. Ooh-wee. Yeah, that's going to be a barn burner. That's a barn burner. Fat Albert and Tom and Jerry. And then in the other side of the bracket, you have the number 3 seeded Looney Tunes going against the number 3 seeded Flintstones. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. I don't know how that's going to work. So we have the number 3 seeded Looney Tunes taking on the number 3 seeded or Flintstones. What's number 2? I guess in the other brackets. So we have 2 number 3 seeds taking on each other. Looney Tunes versus the Flintstones in that bracket. So, hey, go and vote at the Doug Stewart Show Facebook chat group, man. The Doug Stewart Show Facebook chat group. Cast your vote. And we'll let that particular poll go on till, let's just say Saturday. Let's say Saturday by 6 p.m. we'll stop the voting, and then we'll get the championship matchup set for you where you can go vote, and we'll probably have the championship vote going until maybe the day after the championship game, which the championship game in college basketball I think is Monday. They play Saturday and then Monday. It might be Tuesday. I think they may play Sunday. But whatever the day is for the national championship game in college basketball, we'll have the national championship for the cartoons, the field of 64 cartoons on the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. Hey, yo, before I go any further, man, the other big news from last night is congratulations to the Lady Gamecocks for moving on to the... Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I'm trying to do something here, all right? Congratulations to the Lady Gamecocks for moving on to the Final Four as they beat the Oregon Ducks last night, man, or the Florida State Seminoles, 71-64. Congratulations, Lady Gamecocks! Yes, sir. Congratulations to the Lady Gamecocks as they join the men in the Final Four of their prospective tournaments. Also last night you had the Connecticut Huskies, women Huskies, just dominating the Oregon Ducks, 90-52. What? How the hell do you make it to an Elite Eight and lose by 40? Wow. It doesn't seem fair to me, man. I don't get it. And I actually posted last night on social media, man. You know, I had flipped by and saw the game, UConn taking on Oregon, and they were up by like 30-something. And I'm like, man, I mean, the ladies always get mad at me. Yesterday there was like a mini little revolt. Doug, why you ain't talking about the women's tournament or whatever, man? The women's tournament, for the most part, is a sham. Hey, listen, let's be honest. For the most part, it's a sham, okay? Connecticut is so stacked, and it's not like the other sports. This is another problem with college with women's college basketball. Most of the other sports, the parity is very consistent. Like, teams are able to compete. Or maybe not all teams. They're bottom dweller teams a lot of times in different sports or whatever. But, I mean, damn, half of the league should be competitive. I mean, it's a wrap. What's Connecticut won, like 100-plus games in a row? How the fuck you win 100-plus games in a row? I don't know, man. Listen, I'm rooting for South Carolina. I'm rooting for South Carolina to win in their next game. As a matter of fact, South Carolina takes on the number 2 seed Stanford. And look at this. Like, magically, with the women's game, you have the number 1 seed South Carolina taking on the number 2 seed Stanford. You have the number 1 Connecticut seed taking on the number 2 seed Mississippi State. Right? Just true to form. Like, there's no upsets. You know exactly what's going to happen. You know exactly who has the better teams or whatever. So I'm hoping and I'm rooting for South Carolina, the ladies. I'm hoping for the Lady Gamecocks to advance and shock the world and beat Connecticut. But I wouldn't put no money on it. Right. I mean, I'm hoping just as much as I'm hoping for the men to win a national championship in basketball. I think that'd be a great thing. It'd be a great thing for the ladies to win a championship as well. Once again, we have so little as far as sports history and winning in the state of South Carolina. So I'm rooting for the ladies. But as far as them beating Connecticut, once again, I wouldn't put any money on it. Yeah. And also, man, the other big news in the world of sports, and we'll definitely dive into this in majority coming up in the next segment, man, is the fact that the Oakland Raiders are moving to Las Vegas. Yeah, the Raiders are moving to Las Vegas, man, and I got so many different emotions about this, man, because I definitely side with fans, and we'll get into the depth of this conversation in the next segment. I definitely side with the fans and with the city of Oakland and not being pimped. Once again, referring to the title of today's show, man, like you're billionaires. Like, I've never understood why billionaires are seeking money from everyday people. You know, and I understand that sports teams mean a lot to the city. It means commerce. It means business. It means tourism, that type of thing. I understand all of that, man. But it's just something ethically wrong for me digging in my pocket with tax money, albeit whatever it may be. It's something wrong. It's something internally wrong with an average everyday Joe digging in his pocket to help a billionaire pay for his shit. And so, in effect, the city of Oakland told Mark Davis and the Oakland Raiders to catch fire. Catch fire. Hey, I hadn't said that in a long time. We used to say that all the time. Catch fire, bitch. Catch fire to the Oakland Raiders. Catch fire. You're peace. Outie. You out. Peace. You good. We good. We straight. Whatever. The great history that city shared with the Oakland Raiders, man, and they trying to get money from citizens, from everyday citizens, and they billionaires? No, forget that. So I'm down with the city of Oakland, and it's going to hurt them. You know, it's a loss. It's a loss for the city, definitely. But what about principle? What about pride? What about common sense? Is what I always say when we talk about this, man. What about common sense? I'm not digging in my pocket to help you pay for shit. You a billionaire. Period, point blank. And so, on one hand, it's going to hurt the city. It's going to hurt all of the things that Oakland and the Raiders meant to each other. But at the end of the day, man, right is right. It's as simple as that. Right is right. They're going to Vegas. Here's the other question I have in this whole thing, in the Vegas part of it. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. What's it going to be like attending an Oakland/Las Vegas? What's it going to be like attending a Las Vegas Raiders game? Like, how are you going to tailgate in the desert? Let me say this, man, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I was blessed. Obviously, you know, me and my brother, a lot of you know, me and my brother were blessed to go to Vegas probably at least twice a year for probably 10 years and attending fights and what have you, big championship fights or whatever, man. In those 10 years, so you're talking 10 years, you're talking 20 times just on the dime of the station that we work for. And then I went a couple other times of my own. In the 25 times I've probably been to Las Vegas in my life, I have never, I'm not going to say never, maybe twice, maybe 3 times out of 25 times on my visits to Vegas, I've left the hotel. Right, because you can't go outside in Las Vegas in the summertime. And so NFL camp started at the beginning of August. The beginning of August in Las Vegas is unbearable. Okay, so the whole culture of the games, and they're going to have a dome. That's a definite. They're going to have a dome. They're going to, share the dome with UNLV, the Running Rebels football team or whatever. So I'm guessing, not even knowing, I'm guessing that they're going to probably have some type of monorail system or something that leads directly from hotels. Because a lot of times in Vegas, they have the hotels that connect to each other. Like the Luxor is connected to whatever hotel it is. And so it's a lot of that because people can't go outside. You cannot go outside, for more than 5 minutes, to catch a cab in Las Vegas at a time. And so there's a lot of logistical issues about this. Not just that, but the whole optics of Vegas and gambling or whatever. Now, don't get it twisted. I think it's a very interesting thing that Las Vegas has professional football. I think Las Vegas entertains over 45 million people a year. So I think filling the games won't be a problem. It's not that big of a city as far as population, but, hell, they got a built-in population with people that visit there. So I think it's going to work. I think it's actually outside of Oakland and the original home of the Raiders. It doesn't seem like a better fit than the Raiders in Las Vegas. So I kind of like it from that aspect, but I feel worse for the fans of Oakland, man. We'll talk more about it, give you the nuts and bolts of the deal. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. We pay homage to the great Too Short today. Back in 3 minutes. Don't go away.
Yeah. Cool P forever. Come on. Yeah. Cool P forever. Cool P forever. Flow is crazy right now. Vocals start the track, I came to get busy. Still rep for the corner and those who rock with me. Hit you with these flows like bowls and no semis. I see 300 charges, challenging no Emmys. Niggas drop CDs, case open, and it tempts me to throw it in, give it a listen, but it's empty. I'm just starting to realize, Lord, why you sent me, cause my flow is organically grown from the hemp seed. BMX, Grand Imperial, bullet flow, no gun, no cereal. Just these control lungs over these drums, yeah, I'm killing you. Hip-hop, cyanide, iodine, red lines, like carry for the trade. I'm just so simultaneously crazy with the wordplay. Aren't you sharp of attack? Are you some type of lawyer? Nah, just BMX, and that's that. BMX forever. Cool P forever. X-Fact forever. Come on. BMX forever. Cool P forever. X-Fact forever. Emotions start to track my eyes, I get teary. I reach out to my people, it seems they don't hear me. All I wanna do is this music, I know you feel me. It seems they just ignore me, nah, for really. It's all good, I still show love. I holds no malice, I holds no grudge. I still say one love, I still walk with my head high. I still rhyme like the lifeline. I like my jackpots with light pine. I pack my jackpots with light pine. 1, 2, 1, 2. I know I could hit the jackpot with the right rhyme. So I hit the jackpot and write the right rhyme, my people still hurting. I asked grandma if you retired, then tell me why you still working. She said, son, everything is not as you envision it. Walk strong in your faith and only trust